Well, the snow came and it covered everything up. And out here making my rounds so far, nothing. Don't really look like there's going to be anything today. Kind of surprised. Kind of thought it'd be warm enough. It's like 30 or so. Figured the coons might be out moving a little bit. They may hold off for another couple days. I think it's supposed to warm up fairly quickly. But we did have a trap set off. This one here where I had my trail camera on that tree, it's set off there. Must have been set off fairly early. Snow's covered it right back up. So didn't see any tracks. It either got covered up or some of this snow up in the tree limbs here fell down and set it off. Either way, gonna go ahead, get it reset. Maybe it'll do well having a little bit of disturbance here, along with the old four-wheeler tracks leading down here along this wood line. So hopefully this thing has something tomorrow for us. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's been a minute. Took a little bit of a week there where we didn't catch anything, so nothing to catch, nothing to film really. So I pulled everything at my old location that you've seen up to this point this year, and I've come to a completely new location. I just made a set and I kind of want to show it to you here. I checked one trap. I put out two yesterday, kind of new to this area, so picking out some new spots and seeing what happens. So let me get you turned around here. All right, we're here on a field edge. This is a road going into the wooded portion. We got a couple of logs here, and I just made this set. The log there has got that little notch. Went ahead and dug a hole with the auger in there and put me a little bit of a dirt hole there with this log. I figured with this trail coming out here to this big old field full of broom sedge. This is basically a CRP field, if you want to call that. What it really is, it's just a grown-up field that's got away and needs to be remade over. But it's up on a ridge. We have a river right off down over this side of that hill. And then this is all wooded timber going back up to the highway. Got a pond here, and we've got some other trails that's been cut into the woods here, and we got a path that has been bush hogged all the way around. When we were deer hunting in here this year, we just went ahead real quick, put a little trail around. Them deer use it like crazy in this tall brushy stuff. They like it a lot better. So put this one in here. I thought with some of the trails here coming out of the woods and on this edge along with these logs, seemed like a fitting place. Hopefully we catch something coming out here. Up here in this area leading into the woods, I put a dog proof up there. I had a camera just up there a little ways. Had a coon on it the other night. Don't usually have a ton of coons on this property from what I've seen, but we got one in there, seeing what'll happen. So I'm gonna go ahead, gonna walk around here, see if I can find another good spot to put in a trap, and then we'll check the other one, and I'll show you. I've checked one, I'll check the other one. I'll show you both before I get out of here today. All right, haven't gone too far, made my way back in here in the timber. Just put it right here. Trail leading back out to the trucks over there. You can see it. Got coons coming up and down this hill, up and through here. I really came back here because we got these logs laying down here. It's all a mess. I've had bobcats on camera coming down that old dead log there. I used to have my trail camera on that cedar tree right there, and I'd always have them right in there. So this tree fell in a big storm earlier last year, and looks like that one came down with it. So I've never set a bobcat set at the end of a log. I know everybody says that's what you need to do. Thought about doing it there. It looks pretty rocky, and I don't really care that cedar tree is there. So I thought about doing it here, but also same cedar tree there. I'll probably go with this log. Don't really have any logical reason why, other than it's the one I pick. I mean, I may look around here for a minute, see what else I can come up with. if anybody has any suggestions, let me know. Totally be open to that, since I've never done that before. But we're gonna throw one out, see what happens. We may never catch anything here. May catch everything in the world, who knows. So I'm gonna get to work getting that in, and I'll bring you back. All right, got the dog proof right there on that tree. It may get moved. I may not want it that close to this set. But as you come down here, got a couple of sticks blocking through some leaves up in there. Use some of that loose bark to kind of block in where they can't step. Trap is right about there, straight in from that piece of bark. Got that limb up there. Got me a hole dug with my own bait I make, and then I've thrown down some finicky feline, Trapper J All Predator, and some peppermint oil, or catnip oil, not peppermint oil, just there on the butt of that tree. Hopefully it soaks in, stays a little while, and hopefully something comes along. So leave me a comment, tell me good, bad, ugly, what you think will happen. Hopefully we come back and there's a bobcat here for us. Alright, gonna show you something I'm experimenting with, and hypothetically I think it should work. If we're a little bit lucky also. So let me show you. Right in here, right about between those two big trees right there. Deer usually come up, pop through here. And then, like I said, got a little bit of a small bush hog trail that goes up through here. And when I say small, I mean small, like 4-foot bush hog. And these deer are using it quite a bit. But the set you want to see is right here. So that post right there is kind of my modified scent post that I'm kind of using for cats, or at least gearing it that way. I took that little limb, cut it with a chainsaw, kind of notched it a little bit there, kind of feathered it, made a little bit of grooves in it, and then I set that in the cat box of my wife's cat, and it's been there for a week. So I'm assuming any kind of cat smells hopefully soaked into that wood and got a little bit on it. I also put some cat gland lure and I think a little bit of catnip oil on it. That's where that stain's there. And then made my set like normal with a dirt hole, punched it in there, and just on here on this trail. Back up there, that split tree is where my tree stand is. I have bobcats on camera right below it. I had a camera on that tree, and I had one rolling through here. So hopefully he's falling down this path and comes up to this little spot. So first night, didn't get anything, but put a few more in. Be back in the morning to check them, and we may put some more out. Haven't fully decided yet, but we're gonna keep plugging away and see what happens. Well guys, it's been a few days, been battling some cold weather, and typically don't use like wax sand or anything. I just hate spending the money to make it and the time. I really don't want to spend the money to buy it either, but it probably would have paid off here. Here where we put in that little set behind the trees here, and they dug deep for it, and the trap should be right in there somewhere, but the ground's froze up and we missed them. So gonna go ahead, maybe try to get that out of there. We'll see how well that works in a minute. See if I can do something with this again, and maybe they'll come back for another free snack. But keep going, I'll see if I got anything else to show you. Well guys, out here again, making my rounds. Everything's been froze down, prying things up, trying to get them back to moving, working right. And out here at this bobcat set that I've been working on all season long, if you've been following, and I changed it up to a tire set. I've never done this before. I see a lot of people use it. It works. I got a buddy at work into trapping. He started using it. He hasn't caught anything with it, but I was wanting to try it. So I've done something I've kind of done before. I took some straw, just did a hay set basically. Put the tire on it for eye appeal. This straw is from my dog's bedding. when she goes outside through the day. And so it's got her smell all over it, so hopefully something kind of intrigued by that. And then I've, of course, up in the tire threw some bait and lures up in there. So hopefully cat's still coming through, and he's like, that's new, comes over and checks it out, hops in there. But at this point, as dry as it's been the last couple weeks, pretty much take anything. So I'm going to continue on, see if we have any catches. Pretty unlikely, I'd say. Temperature's still been pretty cold. Everything's pretty well froze up. But I'm trying to remedy that with some of this straw. And hopefully we can get things to working again. So we'll move on, see what we can find at the new place.